Bon Jovi's New Jersey album, a great follow-up to obviously the Slippery When Wet, and Bad Medicine was one of the biggest singles off that. They had still having an amazing run. Anyway, guitar parts, it's always great. I found isolated, sort of isolated guitar on this because things, are buried a little bit in the mix. I mean, Richie's mix is, you can hear the guitar, but the nuance can be quite tricky. So luckily I found a somewhat isolated. So thank you to whoever did that, and it just allows you to get some of the detail, which is always cool. We're in standard tuning key of E minor. Let's look at the guitar parts. All right, quickly guitar tone. I'm using the Kemper. I'm using a Marshall DSL profile from can't remember who, Tone Junkie maybe. And this one, it sounds, there's two guitars left and right, but it sounds like there's some flange in there. Again, you can only really hear it, or rather, you can hear it in the verse riff. First I thought it was a cocked wah sound, but now I think it's a bit of flanger. So I've got a little bit on there. It's very subtle, but it's quite an overdriven sound, sort of big Marshall stuff. Okay, let's look at the guitar parts. Okay, first part, when they comes in with that sort of keyboard thing, there's a guitar there, harmonics, 12th fret B and E strings, then give it a little bit of the vibrato, vibar. Okay, then we're going to do power chords, 3, 2, so G, F sharp, to an E, hit just the E power chord at the bottom, and then strum the whole E power chord, muting the G sharp, okay? Little bit of whammy bar as well on that. Okay, then we're into the main riff. Okay, so the main riff, it's really a feel thing in parts. So I'm going to play it sort of slowly so you can have a look, and then we're going to describe it a little bit. Okay, so instead of hitting the chords down, we're doing a bend on the F sharp to G. Bend up to G, down to the open E, and then hit the full E chord. We're doing an A power chord, and then back to that same bend on the bottom string. But as soon as you release the E, you're hitting the full E chord. That's the tricky part. Okay. Next part. Okay, so the A hits then just a single B note. Then that usual bend. Followed by the hit. Then we do power chords G, F sharp, and E on the A string, or 10th, 9th, 7th fret, okay? Like this. That's the main riff. Let's look at the verse riff. Okay, to me, verse riff, he is playing pick and fingers. He doesn't do it that way live because he's, rocking out or whatever. But I really think he's doing pick and fingers on this one. It's a cool riff. Again, I'll play it somewhat slow and then we'll take a look. Okay, so we're basically around an E minor scale here. Okay, so E power chord, just the two notes, 7 and 9. And you're basically leaving your third finger there, but you're moving the bass note. Okay, so you're hitting those moving bass notes and that B on the 9th fret D string, okay? Slide up from 1 fret down to an A5. Okay. into the verse there. Okay, so in the first part of the verse, they're going to 4-chord. Sounds kind of like a blues would go to a 4-chord, very, very common. So they're going to an A. Okay, I'm doing that with these 2 fingers, but when I hit the E note, I only hit the E note. Okay, one more time. Back to the main part. To the 5 chord, going to B on the 2nd fret A string. Okay, same sort of deal. You're moving the bass note, keeping your... I'm using my pinky there on that F sharp. So B, A, F sharp. Okay, so we're coming out of that 5 chord, now we're going into that big vocal. Because we're just doing that usual bend, hitting just the bottom power chord. Does that twice, then we're going to do 3 hits on the E, go to an F sharp power chord. Okay, then we're going to hit a D power chord. And a B power chord. Okay. B power chord. To the 4th fret C sharp. Back to that usual sort of bend. And then we're into the chorus again. Okay, so that last part there coming out of that chorus, we've got a G power chord, which is a G5, the open G5. Okay, 2 hits on the bottom, palm muted, upstroke on the top, then a 0 or E to a G again. Same thing up here, but I need that octave A, so I changed to a bar chord style. I'm muting the G string with the bottom of my pinky, don't want that ringing out. Okay, so same deal, but you're bringing in that bottom E again. And then we're doing 4ths here, B and E. Then open B string with G string with vibrato. To the next verse. All right, that is most of the guitar parts, I think, except for the solo, of course. For Bad Medicine, Bon Jovi, can't help but love the vintage Bon Jovi. Everybody loves Bon Jovi, and Richie's an amazing guitarist. All right, good luck. See you next time.